Barkeep, how about another sledgehammer?
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle, if it isn't Jack Crawford.
Charlie, what's the story, Morning Glory? Your sight for sore eye.
Well, isn't this the Cats Meow? Barkeep, I'll have a gentleman Jim.
So, Charlie, how's life over at the Gazette?
Dancing, Jack, just dancing. How's life at the Tribune?
Could be worse, could be raining.
I hear ya. So how's the missus?
Oh, swell. I'm dizzy with that dame. How about yours?
Well, lately she's been a bit of a wet blanket.
Yeah, that's too bad. My old lady's a gas every night. We're putting on the Ritz.
Good for you. Barkeep, how about a gas fire on the rocks?
And for me, a two-dip Sammy. So, gotten any good stories lately?
Funny you should ask. Last night, my editor came in with a doozy. Turns out the Chief Flatfoot's been stealing dough from the evidence room.
That's a home run, that story.
Oh, yeah, it's aces. I said to him, you're the bee's knees, Allie.
Barkeep, let me have a Palooka Pincher.
And I'll have a sidecar bombshell. How's Jack Jr.?
Fine, just fine. I got no beef with him. But I gotta tell you, I'm a little worried about his sister Jane.
Why's that? I just saw Jane at that shindig with your family. She was pretty as a picture.
Well, that seems to be the problem. She's a bag hat, that one. Seems as though the boys around the neighborhood have taken quite a shine to her. I'm afraid if I'm not worried, there'll be a struggle buggy in my future.
Yeah, you don't say. Barkeep, I could use another knee shaker. I'll have the, raspberry ragamuffin backed with some hotsy-totsy boomerang.
I'm hell of a juke joint fist flapper with Jim Danny on the side, and don't forget, that comes with handcuffs.
Jack, you're telling me you got troubles with your daughter, then let me shoot straight from the hip about my son.
Everything Jake with Jake?
Yeah, I'm keen on that kid. It's who he's with that's got me hot under the collar.
He's not Tutti Frutti, is he?
No, nothing like that. Just the other night, I saw him with his glad rags on. I said, where you going, Fairbanks? Off to a gin joint to find a plain Jane who gives you the heebie-jeebies?
I see nothing wrong with that picture.
Except looks like my Jake is stuck on your Jane.
Are you telling me that your flat tire of a son carries a torch for my daughter?
That's the skinny.
Well, Charlie, why don't I introduce you to my friends, Colonel Roundhouse and his sidekick, the uppercutter?
I'm not afraid of those clowns. Well, I've got 2 bits with the local grifter. Says you can't last 12 rounds with me.
Come on, you pal, show me what you got.
2 quick jabs to the index. You'll be cataloging books in the library. What are we doing here, Jack? Why, we've been lapping it up at the gin mill together since old Hoss Radborn was knocking him out with the Red Stockings.
You're right, Charlie. Let's let bygones be bygones. But if your good-for-nothing son lays one meat chop of a hand on my daughter, he'll be root-toot-tootin' in heaven if he's not careful.
Roger that, Jack. That's a big 10-4. What do you say I buy you a drink for your sorrows?
Never turn one down. Barkeep, let me have a gold digger flyback with 2 shakes of the Boston Breezer pomade.
And I'll have a cement mixer, bean shooter doll face back with some CNC at 7 over some hot squat.
Charlie? Since we're sharing like 2 boys in a foxhole, I gotta sing to the choir to you about something.
What's that?
You know that story about the copper with his hand in the till?
And how?
Well, I'm assigned to that story too, kiddo.
On the level?
You betcha.
Huh. Looks like if I'm not careful, you'll be coming the works on me.
Hey, you don't have to worry about me, Pip. I ain't gonna make it look like an Abercrombie.
Whew. That's a relief, boyo. And don't sweat it on my behalf. It'll all be eggs and coffee on this end.
Charlie, if you weren't talking to the bricks, I'd plant a honey cooler on you.
Oh, easy there, Jack. There's a butter and egg man over there who might think you're sprinkling fairy dust and turned into a chopsticker.
He could just try and start something that wet smack. I've seen bacon and grease that would last longer to ring-a-ding-ding than that half portion. Oh, looks like it's my turn at the barrelhead. Can I buy a slambacker?
No sweat off my back with a deal of fly swatter. Barkeep, I'll have one hop rag, jolly wingding Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, backed with some mazy dotes and osy dotes little Nancy divies, the look at Ivy too, wouldn't you? And for my compadre here,
I'll have a way down Scragtown lifting old maid. Churning butter was her trade, with the chemo, chymo, tarot row. Me ho, me hi, me run stump, pummy diddle, lip cat, suit cat, billy, mena, boot jack, sing song, Polly, won't you try me, yo?
Barkeep, make that 2.